Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to have more cool comic book slash film slash story discussion fun. This such topic is about pioneering singing artist sensational Cyndi Lauper. Yes. And Cyndi Lauper has comic book editions out about her in a biographical structure. They were, of course, written to showcase her illustrious career. She has one main one from the Tidal Wave comics, in which I believe you have to order, because I haven't seen her comic books in the comic book stores, but I'm sure if you go in there, you could check up on it and get her comic books. I know she has a 26-page illustrated comic book with the storyline showing her early rise to fame, much like other artists do. Okay, Cyndi Lauper, of course, had earlier starts in a initial beginning like many other great artists that came before her and after her. She wouldn't come into her musical talent until she was around 12, when she started writing songs and playing an acoustic guitar given to her by her sister. She was different as a pioneering artist because she had a flair for the fashion. She colored her hair different colors and she dressed colorfully unlike other artists, so that was her signature style, and it worked for her, of course. All right. In the beginning, of course, in her hungry, starving artist stages, she sung in New York clubs and on the street, and she did capture much attention for herself. She didn't initially seek out a solo career, though, because she played in a couple of bands where she sung and played guitar, of course, and then she released her first album as a group album instead of a solo album. But that group album in the late 70s didn't do that well, so her group ended up disbanding, of course. And then she endured a little bit of struggles because she had to get a job or several jobs after her band album didn't do so well. But she didn't give up. She stayed on course and stayed in the game. And then she eventually released her solo album, which of course blew her up globally. That album would go on to sell at least 16 million copies. It would produce so many hits and high charting songs in which she won awards for out of nowhere. Her first album did that for her career. It was her best selling album overall, but her other albums went platinum, double platinum, triple platinum, and she released a sum total of 12 studio albums, of course. And of course, her global touring exceeded to thousands of live shows over a 40-year span or something like that. And then she, of course, crossed over into Broadway. She wrote a hit song for Broadway, and it got her a Tony Award. And then she crossed over into film projects by being in or starring, co-starring, or doing cameo roles to the tune of 11 feature films or movie stories, of course. She then became an activist to champion the causes against homelessness for the Lego community as well as children being homeless. She adamantly stood up against that, spoke out, and worked in tireless efforts against that whole thing. Okay, let me get to the power levels for Cyndi Lauper. Okay, she's a powerful hit maker, songwriter that has written over 60 songs. She's a powerful pioneering innovator who's powerfully influential in terms of her unique signature styles. She's a powerful singer with a 4-octave voice, of course, that captures the hearts and, of course, the thrills and excitements of many listeners of her music, of course, who find her to be very, very spiritually motivational in ways. And of course, she's a powerful, long-standing artist that has decades of musical experience behind her back, of course. All right, folks, let me know how you feel about this one.